Welcome back to episode 33 of this Derby County career mode. Hope you guys do go on to enjoy it. If you do, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you do go on to enjoy it. And yeah, we're going to get straight into the action. Today, two more games on the agenda. Crystal Palace away and Chelsea at home. This is how like the last three episodes have been. You know, we faced a fairly easy away game, which we don't seem to pick points up on. And then we kind of go on to upset the big teams at home. Obviously, Southampton we lost to away, but then we went and won against Leicester at home. We drew against Brighton 2-2 away, and then we won at home 2-1 to Spurs. Then we lost 1-0 away at Fulham, and then last episode, unfortunately, we lost it right at the dead. It was a brilliant performance against Liverpool, though. So, yeah, two games to round off November. Away at Crystal Palace and at home to Chelsea, two London clubs. I'm going to make one change going into the game against Crystal Palace. I'm going to bring Jack Marriott in for Wayne Rooney. Jason Knight's going to keep his spot in centre mid after a very, very good game last time out as well. So, yeah, let's see how things go. But it'll be very interesting to see, you know, we haven't been great away at all. We've been all right at home recently.
Okay, welcome
but
everyone. We'll be starting with questions now. Yeah.
I did not mean to say that. Now my flipping squad's unhappy. But yeah, we're going to get into this away game.
Thank you.
At Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park, and see if we can recover from some heartbreak, really, against Liverpool. Liverpool dominated the whole game, but we defended really, really well. You know, Vinicius Jr. was a very, very big pain, but we dealt with him, and we scored 2 goals against a team before that had only conceded 4 goals in 12 games. So I was very pleased with the performance, but you know, we thought we'd nicked it right at the end. We got an equaliser about 86th minute, but then in added time Jordan Henderson goes and win it. But we concentrate on this game now, and away at Crystal Palace, who are on similar points. I think they're on 13, we're on 11 or something like that. We look to start well here. Tammy Abraham through to Saka, but Saka's going to be offside. Just as Tammy Abraham played the pass, Saka straight offside. So yeah, let's see how things go. But Wilfried Zaha on the ball at the minute. Now it's over to Max Meyer. Played forward. It's into... I'm not even going to say his name because I don't know it, but he scored. So sloppy. We're so sloppy there. Don't know what Henderson's doing in goal either, but Achiampong. I've heard of him, but I can't say his name. Achiampong, that's what I'm going to say. But he's scored. So sloppy at the back though. I don't know what Dean Henderson's doing either. He's not had the best of games recently. Very much considering to put Kelly Roos back in the side, but you know, they're so different in ratings. Like Dean Henderson's like a 77 or a 78. Roos is like a 68. So it's crossed in. Can Crystal Palace get the second? No, it's into the side netting from Jordan Ayew. I can say his name. Max Lowe on the ball now, but it's straight into the Crystal Palace player, but he wins it back. Jason Knight into Mount now. Marriott, Tamori, Abraham, Tammy is what I meant. Lowe out to Saka now, who's free. Jack Marriott into Jason Knight. Now Tammy Abraham lays off for Jack Marriott. Jack Marriott equalises. Jack Marriott, he'll always do a job for you. Knight into Tammy Abraham, who just very slightly touches it, and it's into the path of Jack Marriott to get his first goal of the season. Out of 12 games, I'm a bit surprised at that. Yes, he hasn't started many, but you know, I almost always bring him off the bench, so surprised that that's his first goal, but it's an important one to get us back on level terms there against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace coming forward again. Jordan Ayew into Achiampong, and we are so sloppy at the back, and that's 2-1. What are we playing at? We're so open, we're so sloppy. Don't know what Tuanzebe's doing there. And again, probably Henderson could have done a bit better in goal as well. We've been so sloppy there at the back, and it's 2-1. Tammy Abraham into Mason Mount. Mount out to Clark. Clark into Tammy Abraham. What a cross that is, and what a finish. Brilliant from Jack Clark, and it's 2-2 in the first half. Mount out to Clark. What a cross that is from Clark. And Tammy Abraham taps it in to get his 4th goal of the season. And inside 30 minutes, there's already been 4 goals scored. Both teams have not been at their best at the back, but they have been at their best going forward. And that's brilliant from Jack Clark. Just what I'd expect from him. And Tammy Abraham is in the right place at the right time, but still, he's got to finish it, hasn't he? And he has done. And yeah, we come away with the goal there. But Crystal Palace coming forward again. Wilfried Zaha tips it over, but Dean Henderson gets there, and it's Max Lowe out to Saka now. Marriott now into Tammy Abraham. Out to Jack Clark again. Jack Clark coming forward. Can he do the same again? Oh, it nearly reached Mason Mount that time, but the defender just got there. But it was another good cross. You know, any of those like along the floor crosses, ground crosses, you know, they're going to cause problems, and Jack Clark is very good at them. It's Palace coming forward again now. It's very much end-to-end stuff in this first half. Crystal Palace still on the ball at the minute. Tomori gets the tackling. It's Jason Knight out to Mount. Now Saka. Back gives it into Lowe, and Lowe can come forward. Saka back into Lowe. Lowe cuts inside. He's managed to get past 2 defenders. Oh, and he's too slow and probably too weak there as well. And Max Lowe loses the ball, but there goes the half-time whistle. It's very much been end-to-end stuff. Both, we've been sloppy in defence, but we've also been clinical going forward. And Abraham and Marriott have both got the goals, and it's going to be a very interesting second half. Jack Clark on the ball at the minute. Into Jason Knight. Now Tammy Abraham. Marriott. Crystal Palace come away with the ball again, and it's Mamadou Sakho on the ball now. Sends it forward, but that's going to go out for a throw-in, which Jayden Bogle is going to take into Jack Clark. Knight. He's had another very good game actually. He's starting to cement his spot in there, despite, you know, Philip Billing signing. He's been very, very solid in these last 2 episodes or so. And it's Mount on the ball now. Saka into Tammy Abraham. Oh, and it just couldn't quite reach Marriott. It's been a different first 10 minutes, definitely, to that whole kind of second half. Now it's both teams can't quite break down the defences. Lowe gets there. Tuanzebe out to Saka. Saka wins the header. Lowe sends it forward into Tammy Abraham, who sends it out to Jayden Bogle, who can't quite keep it in there. And it's out for a throw-in. Zaha into Sakho. Bogle wins it. Bogle wins it from right back. He's into the box. Jayden Bogle. It's a good save. Bogle did so well to win it, but you know, he's probably not the best of players to be shooting there. But it's Jason Knight on the ball now. Saka couldn't quite squeeze it through to Marriott, and Crystal Palace come away with the ball again. Palace still coming forward. It's Agualo, I don't know. Wilfred Zaha is there, and it's 3-2. Dean Henderson again. Why is it? If he stays stood up there, he's saving that. But to be fair, Zaha is probably 2-3 at the back post. It's 3-2. The fifth goal of this game. Jayden Bogle, who's had another fine game. He's had a very good couple of episodes, unlike some players. And it's Tammy Abraham through now. Can we get our third of the game? It's backheeled into Mount. Mount straight at the keeper, gets the rebound, and again, and again. He's had 3 rebounds there. We've got to look at an instant replay. Tammy Abraham backheels it into Mount. There's 1 saved. There's 2 saved. And there's an open goal. If he chips it over the keeper there, he's scored, but he hits it straight at the keeper. Mason Mount, he's in a way unlucky, but in a way should have scored, really. And he's on the ball again now. It's out to Jack Clark. Oh, and just couldn't quite beat the defender. We've had a good performance going forward. This is probably our best attacking, offensive performance of the season, but defensively I think it's been one of our worst performances. So, you know, it's hard to judge the overall kind of performance, but Crystal Palace looking for a 4th. They win the header, and Dean Henderson can claim that, and it's rolled out to Jayden Bogle. To Nzebi, forward to Jack Clark, who's had another good game. Into Tammy Abraham. Tammy with the back heel into Jack Clark. Now Jack Marriott. Marriott's still there. He needs options though. He can't just do it all alone, and he eventually gets tackled actually, and it's poor, but Palace come forward again. You know, we might just have one more chance. We need to take it though. Lowe wins it. Into Jack Marriott. Saka just about keeps it in and wins the throw-in. We haven't made a sub all game because, to be fair, I think our performance has been decent, but we're going to bring Diangana on for Saka now for this last 10. We'll also throw Rooney up there for Jack Marriott for this last 5, see how we do with that. But Lowe takes it quickly into Diangana. Now Jason Knight. Rooney. Back to Jason Knight. Rooney again. Tammy Abraham. Out to Jack Clark. Mount to equalise. It's straight at the defenders. It wouldn't find its way through, and Palace clear. And that was probably our last chance. Tomori wins the header though. Jayden Bogle coming forward. Can we maybe find one last chance? It's into Rooney. Oh, it's poor, and that's going to end things. Our second 3-2 defeat in a row. Defensively poor, going forward one of our best performances of the season. But three defeats in a row now. It's worrying, to say the least. Yes, that's.
Is it alright if we just ask you a couple of questions?
Man of the match is between Mount and Bogle, I'm going to say. But I'm going to give it to Mason Mount. He was unlucky not to get a goal. And we face Chelsea. We've dropped down to 14th now. How many points are we off the relegation zone? Only 2. So it's worrying. We need to start picking up points. And no, just December's going to be a tough month. And we're going to make a few changes. We're going to bring Diangana in for Saka. We're going to bring in... we'll bring in, I think, Muse in for Marriott. We'll also bring in... we'll give Sibley a start as well in for Jason Knight. I think. So yeah, let's see how things go. But obviously Chelsea is going to be another tough game. But to be fair, at home we have been playing better. I don't know what it is about that, but yeah, let's just see how things go. But we need to start picking up points soon. Otherwise, we are going to drop into that relegation zone. And yeah, it's worrying our form at the minute. We're just as it was starting to get good, we've beaten Tottenham, we were beating Leicester. You know, some good sides. It's really started to slip recently, and yeah, it's going to be tough to, you know, recover our form against a Chelsea side. But let's see how things go. Bogle is coming forward. What a season he's had so far, and Bogle into the box. Bogle with the shot, and it's just wide from, I think, Willie Caballero's in goal, which means either Kepa's injured or suspended or he's been sold. But Sibley wins that. Jayden Bogle into Jack Clark now. Tammy Abraham. Mount. Poor against his former team there. And Pulisic is on the ball on this left. Pulisic coming forward. Chipped in. Lowe should deal with that, and he does. And Mount can get there. Diangana. Now into Sibley. Tammy Abraham. That's a poor pass. Tammy Abraham's passing is definitely not the best. His passing accuracy, at least. He's done that quite a few times in the last couple of games. You know, look to get it out on the wing, and it's just been poor passes. But Chelsea swing it into the box then, and it's going to go out for a goal kick after a poor header from, I don't know who that was, to be honest, but Tomori on the ball at the minute. Sibley getting, I think, his first start of the Premier League season. It might be his first appearance, to be honest. But Sibley into Mason Mount. Now Muse. Tammy Abraham. Muse again. Muse looking for options. It's out to Mason Mount. Diangana. Back into Mount now. Louis Sibley. Oh, Louis Sibley, that's a poor pass in the end, and Chelsea can possibly come forward on the break here. It's out to Widmer. Low battling with him, but he can't quite win the ball. Pedro. Oh, it's through to Giroud, but Tomori does brilliantly to kind of shoulder barge him away from the ball, I guess, and Dean Henderson can come out and collect. Jack Clark. Slowly advancing on the defence. It's through to Muse with a good run. Oh, that's a poor pass. Jorginho comes forward for Chelsea. Tuanzebe putting pressure on him, but Kimpembe into Pedro. Lowe can't get the tackle in. It's Pedro coming forward. Mount trying to tackle, but Chelsea continuously coming forward now. Mount gets the block in, but again, shoved off the ball way too easily. Oh, what a goal that would have been from Pulisic. It was an overhead kick, but just over the head of the net, I guess. And Sibley is on the ball at the minute. Chips it over to Jayden Bogle. Now it's Jack Clark. Tammy Abraham. Clark, now Bogle. Bogle into Mount. Now Muse just couldn't get the shot off, and it's cleared. Jack Clark can keep that in. Louis Sibley. Tuanzebe drives forward from centre back. Into Tammy Abraham. Now Muse. Back into Tammy Abraham, and Kimpembe just gets there. That's unfortunate. And Kante comes forward. Pulisic now. Clark putting pressure on him from right wing. Chalobah. Pulisic. Now into Kante. And that's going to go out for a corner. Pedro is going to swing it in. We just about clear that. Only onto the edge of the box now. Kante. And that's brilliant from Mount to intercept that, and he wins it off Kante. Mount's had a decent game against his former club, and it's Tammy Abraham out to Jack Clark. Clark coming forward. Can we get a shot lead just before half time? No, because Mousset loses the ball. That is offside though from Giroud. I don't know how it can be if it's in our own half, but you know, Clark, now Dean Garner into the path of Mount. He leaves it for Tammy Abraham. We take a lead just on half time. Tammy Abraham against his former club Chelsea. Against Frank Lampard's Chelsea. Obviously former manager of us, Derby. Tammy Abraham gets his 5th goal of the season. And despite a dominant Chelsea first half, I told you about being at home. Yeah, we take the lead right on half time there. Tammy Abraham against his former club. Mount left it also, obviously against his parent club Chelsea, and yeah, it's a brilliant way to end the half, to, you know, go 1-0 up just on that. Chalobah on the ball at the minute. Mousset wins the ball. That's about the first good thing he's done in this game, but Sibley over to Dean Garner. That's a good pass over to him actually, and Dean Garner's pass wasn't so good. It didn't have enough power on it, and Mousset wins that ball back again, but Chelsea still have it. Giroud, Pulisic back into Giroud. That's a brilliant save from Dean Henderson, and we can come away with the ball, maybe start a counter-attack. Mousset into Tammy Abraham. Abraham needs options, it's into Mousset. Mousset is fouled. That was a brilliant save up there at the other end though from Dean Henderson. We're going to go for goal from this free kick, I think. Mount's going to take it. Straight into the hands of Caballero. Had too much height on it, I think, that, but, you know, worth a go, I guess. Mount is good with his free kicks. Sibley wins that. Sibley, he didn't have the greatest first 15 minutes, but he's been very good since that. And Tammy Abraham, we're looking for this second goal. We've been dominating Reece in the last, well, in the second half, really. Kante on the ball at the minute. Plays it forward to Alvaro Morata. Tomori is chasing. Swung in. Oh, and that's into the side netting from the header from Pulisic. He's had a few good chances. Low into Sibley. That's Dean Garner. Now Mousset. Low into Dean Garner again. Dean Garner. Loses the ball. Sibley wins that though, and it's a brilliant tackle out for a Chelsea throw-in, but
the losing team have got to do something, and this is it, the substitution.
Hudson-Odoi is on for Chelsea. Dean Garner doesn't quite get there actually, and Chelsea just dominating possession at the minute, but we're keeping them at bay. We're not really letting them get forward too much, and you know, that'll do. They are coming forward now though, and it's swung in. I probably spoke too soon. Alvaro Morata equalises for Chelsea. It's a good cross, and Henderson, to be fair to him, he can't do too much about that, and Morata, the substitute, gets Chelsea the equaliser. I mean, I'll still take a point against Chelsea, definitely. It'll end our losing streak, but, you know, being ahead for a good amount of the second half, you know, it'll be a bit of a shame not to win this game. Clark wins that back though. Can we get a winner? Sibley into Mousset. Mousset. Oh, Mousset. Kante comes forward, but Tuanzebe intercepts that. Tammy Abraham into Mousset. Why does he always turn away from goal? Jorginho into Chalobah, now Pedro. Oh, Tamori can't quite get the tackle in. Morata still going. Tuanzebe gets the tackle in, but he couldn't quite get to the second one, and it's through to Kante. It's a brilliant save. I thought that was offside, but obviously not. Can Chelsea do the same as Liverpool and get a last-minute winner from a corner? We need to deal with this. Pedro Henderson just about punches that away, but it's still in the mixer. Pedro is free, shoots, and it's a good save at the near post from Henderson. Pedro to swing it in again. We need to deal with this. We don't. Oh, it's a scramble, but we just about clear. And that should be that. There we go. There's the full-time whistle. We finally pick up our first point for a while, and I'll take a point against Chelsea. You know, we defended well and we took a good chance. But yeah, there we go. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you have enjoyed it.
Hi, can you chat to us for a second about
Goodness
the
me,
match?
I've got the hiccups. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I shall see you next time. Bye.